internet, and welcome back to the live stream. It is Saturday the 16th of November 2019, and today I will be live for 77 minutes. 77. Well, fingers crossed if tech works for that long, we'll be here for 77 minutes. I love these long format streams. Makes me very happy. What else makes me happy is looking in the chit chat and seeing all you beautiful people. Let's go right back to the tip top and say g'day to the chit chat. So apparently Tim says he was first, but we can't see any record of Tim up there, but he said he was there at 6:45 in the morning. But the first one I see is DLE Crystal Gaming. DLE says morning. DLE, thank you for saying good morning, and good morning to you as well. Playing from Melbourne town. Faffy Day then came on. Faffy Day is a friend, school buddy of Baxter, I think. Faffy Day, are you still in the same school? I thought maybe that was just primary school. You guys are in high school now, but I'm not sure. But anyway, Faffy Day is up there. How you going, man? I'm good. Faffy Day, I've got a few stories to share within this topic. So the topic we're going to get into later on in the stream, how does YouTube favor the copyright process that's the wrong way to say that. How YouTube favors the big record labels in terms of copyright for music. Now, I got an example of how this worked against me to show you later on in the stream. And Faffy Day's got some stories to share as well, so good to know. And I said, yeah, I'll open the call-in line if that's the case. We'll open the chat, right? I think that's maybe the best way to have this conversation. Later on, these are long format streams now, so later on in the stream, we'll dig into that topic with Faffy Day as well. Get out of here, fly. I'm streaming. You see that fly come in? It's cold and rainy this morning, and windy. That's how I stumbled on the R and the W. Springtime, supposed to be hot. Yesterday it was hot. Now it's cold. Kind of sucks. And so everyone's chatting amongst themselves. I suggested it's cold, rainy, cool. Sounds better than what we have. Gives a minute. Okay, the fires. Yeah, DLE asked about the fires. And anyone outside of Australia that wants to know about the fire situation, we call them bushfires. You might know them as forest fires. We had some really intense ones this week. Thankfully, touch wood, we're out of the woods. And this isn't going to be a problem any further from here. It will be in the summer, but right now we're not in the summer yet. We're in the spring. And these kind of came early. So there was a lot of talk about how come they're here this early this year and how come they're so large. Thankfully, there wasn't many deaths and there wasn't many houses threatened or taken, but enough to be pretty sketchy. In this area, it was okay. But further north, in New South Wales, northern New South Wales, the state I live in, man, it was catastrophe. In fact, it was considered catastrophic. They upped the level to catastrophic, which is the first time we've had that in this country. And that was within the city regions as well. So there isn't a lot of forest or bushland in the cities of our countries, especially not Sydney. I mean, there's arguably none. I mean, you got the Botanic Gardens, but that's about it, right? I mean, further to the east, I suppose you've got areas around Bondi and the Headland and Manly and whatnot. But to be catastrophically threatened by by forest fires in the city, wow, hectic. But we're all good now. But thanks for asking. That was DLE Crystal Gaming that asked. I appreciate you asking, DLE. And by the way, she's in Melbourne town, so Victoria would certainly have been more threatened than anywhere else because there's a lot more bushland down there. But it's also cooler down there, a bit cooler. And I suggested something's coming up on the stream today, and Faffy Day kind of jumped at it, and he nailed it. It's the 16th today, so that means the 15th was yesterday. 15th of November is Baxter's birthday. He turned 13, which is the critical age you need to be from YouTube in order to have a channel. So he's already had Pockmore, and you know that I've been sort of guiding him along and doing the back end for Baxter. And then, whoa, that scared the crap out of me. Luca Di Rojo became a giver by subscribing and scaring the absolute crap out of me. Luca, thanks for subscribing. Next time, I gotta turn those notifications down in my cans. Scared the absolute crap out of me. And now my train of thought has just gone dang, 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 dang out of the station. What was I talking about? I'm a little nervous, folks. I'm going to put it out there. I'm a little nervous here on YouTube. Baxter, Pockmorn. So I've been guiding his channel, and as of last night, I gave him the login. It needs a day to settle. I don't know why YouTube say you can't give someone ownership of a channel for 24 hours. Anyway, if I had known that, I would have done it on the 14th, but we did it yesterday, so it's going to be a day delay. But he did make a quick video just expressing, this and that, and I want to play it for you in a little while, but I think we're going to have Baxter... Get out of here, flies. I think we're going to have Baxter in here on the stream. Potentially maybe Poopsie and Claudia later on, but definitely Baxter, just to talk a little bit about YouTube and, what it means for him to have his channel, right? It's a big day for him, yesterday and today. So Faffy Day nailed it, so he's coming on the stream. And DLE Crystal says, I enjoy watching your streams. Well, thank you very much, DLE. I appreciate you being here. Mindy's in the chit chat. Mindy, g'day Mindy. And Mindy got it too. Did Baxter turn 13? Yes, he did. And she said she's sorry she had to bail early on the D-Live stream last night. That's all right. We had a fun time on the stream, though. Last night, I was streaming up until when the family arrived here, because they came down from Sydney town, and they came bombarding in, and scared me as well, like really scared me from just appearing behind me. Midway through the cap game, I had a couple of homies, and yeah, they frightened me. It was pretty fun. Mindy says, due to the time changes, I'm able to see the stream at 10 p.m., but I'm already in bed, and she had a nightcap already, as it were. I understand. And damn those time zone changes, they kill me, yeah. So I told her it was a family invasion. Tim Arskog says, hello, everyone. I see all my comments from earlier this morning are no longer there. Yeah, I don't know how they do that. I don't know what the cutoff is, but there is definitely a cutoff, because I've seen people commenting the day before, and then I've woken up in the morning and those comments have been there, but then I've gone to start the stream and I've looked at the chat and they're gone. So I'm just letting you know, I don't delete anything. I don't delete any comments or anything. So it's not me, but there's definitely a system that YouTube have in place. I don't know what it is or how it works. And I suggested, crikey, Tim, I could have beat you with my daily vlog, because my daily vlog's around the 3 o'clock mark right now. And if I'm a little off guard right now, and if I'm a little tired and a little bit kind of messy, that could be why. 3 a.m. wake-ups, then back to sleep. But I did have a brainwave last night. I was talking about, on the daily vlog, you'll see it in a couple of days, I was talking about this idea of giving Pockmorn his channel, and I wanted to ask him on this stream, what's the good and the bad of it? Like, how do you feel now having a channel, the good things and the bad things? And then I got... whenever I mention anything bad, I'm like, oh, by the way, I'm Mr. Negative, so here I go again, getting negative. And as I was saying it, I was thinking, you need growth. Like, people want to grow, right? And so growth comes from negative and positivity. And in my head, I was thinking, you need both for the growth. And then I said it. I said, you need both for the growth. Or if you want to grow, if you want the growth, you need both. And then I was thinking, man, that would be the greatest slogan, because I do want to roll out this concept, this negativity stream once a week, or one. Bear with me. I want to roll out. It's going to be called the Let It Out Farm, and it's going to be a place where anybody who's got a grief or a beef or a grievance with anybody else on YouTube, I want to get both of those people on the stream in person, not just a call in, physical visuals. A call in, like a Skype call in or whatever. I want to have them have it out on the stream. Like, it's almost like the Fight Club, but it's on stream. And maybe it's not once a week. Maybe it's once whenever it needs to be done. And we allocate 1.5 hours to nut this thing out. Whatever the concept might be, whatever the dilemma may be, you're welcome to nut this thing out right here on the Gives a Minute YouTube stream. It's going to be called the Gives a Minute. It's going to be called Presented by Gives a Minute, the Let It Out Farm. Negativity, positivity, if you want to grow, if you want both, if you want growth, you need both. That's going to be the slogan. It's going to be, I've got this really cool concept, and I'm going to have I want to have where it's got my ticker running across the bottom there, I want to have grass, like a farm, and you'll see me in a small box, kind of like looking back up at the two arguing people, and I'll be meditating it, that's a good point. Okay, yeah. If you're going to go that angle, you're going to have to think about what they said. And I just want to be it's almost like a boxing match, right? And that's going to be called the Let It Out Farm, hosted by Gives a Minute. And perhaps it'll be once a week, perhaps it'll be once a month. Whatever it is, I want to harness the negativity. I want to make that into something worth consuming. And people will have griefs and beefs people will butt heads, as we know. And I think there needs to be a place where you can let that out. Hence the Let It Out Farm. And it came to me, that slogan literally came to me last night when I was daily vlogging. I was like, I want to talk to Baxter about both the good and the bad. If you want growth, you need both. And I was like, yeah, boy, nailed it. Anyway, I digress. Tim said it was actually a little earlier. Okay. We talked about the times, 9 a.m., 8:45, 3:45 p.m. for Mindy. Okay, good times for a Friday afternoon. And I suggested I wish it was still Friday afternoon here. It was a beautiful hot one with offshore winds. Now it's raining and cold, and the kids still want to go out in the ocean. So we're going to take them out for swimming. Claudia wants to go surfing. So, hey, I like surfing. Paula is in the chat all the way from Germantown, Germany, Germany, Germany. Hello, Paula. Tim says beautiful sky in Melbourne. Whoops, where'd the chat go? There we go. Little cloudy and slight breeze. Sup, Gives. I love when people call me Gives. I think that's really cool. It's really cute. Like, you know my name's Benon, but I think just Gives just flows perfectly. G'day, Gives. Sup, Gives. I like it. And everyone's asking about Mindy's mum. She's doing okay, done with treatment and enjoying herself. There you go. Well, that's good to know, Mindy. I'm glad your family and your mother is fine. And looks good. We're going to a winery tomorrow, so she's definitely fine. Awesome. We got some good wineries in Australia too. I understand that there's some good ones in America, but I think they're better here. We do have some world-class wines, though, just saying. And everyone was counting down. Brockneck's in the chit-chat. Brockneck's all the way from Alaska town. Brockneck's, how do you do, my friend? Good to see you. Brockneck's. Mindy's experimenting with the copyright thing. Okay, cool. Interesting. We're going to get into that hardcore. I got news for you. And you'll be blown away at what got copyright struck. Headed out for lunch for a bit. It's cold here. I bet it's colder there, Brockneck's. I bet it is, buddy. Good to have you, though, dude, and enjoy your lunch. And stay freaking warm, man. You have a lot of bush on the northern beaches and the North Shore. Yeah, true. But when I think of the city, Paula, I don't think of like Balgola and like Mona Vale and that ridge area up there on like, where is it? I guess it's I always think about the skate parks I used to skate up there, the French's Forest and like Warringah. I don't think of that as city, but they were saying in the city of Sydney, the CBD, the Central Business District. Unless I'm mistaken, there's no big forest and bushland in the CBD. Mindy Baxter's birthday, yeah. Sup, Brocknex? Hey, Yamatha Pro. Yamatha, welcome to the stream, Yamatha. Good to have you here. How do you do? Mindy, that'd be awesome. Yeah, the Let It Out farm. I'm really psyched for it. And I know that I can't do this until we get fixed line internet, and that's why I don't host anyone on these streams. I don't have anyone come on with a talking head, because I know that this 4G connection doesn't like that, and I'm going to wait until I get the land internet, the NBN, and I'm going to split them up. So one internet connection, my 4G, will be for anything coming in, and the other connection will be for anything going out. So that's how I'm going to ensure that they don't... The worst thing that you can see on a live stream is when they have guests and one guest is like blocky or choppy and the audio's crap. I want it to be a beautiful farm that you're all going to want to come back to. And I also want to open it to anybody, not like, I mean, you would think, oh, the obvious beef he's thinking about is him and Jay. Well, I'm not going to moderate my own chat beef with Jay, because I think we've done all that, right? That's all concluded. Then you might say, well, what about Danny with that new beef? And I'm like, I couldn't care about that. So that's gone. I want to have people that we don't know. I'm going to just put it out there to random people. You know, like, you got beef with someone. I've seen it on the YouTube. And you got beef with someone. Maybe I'll hook up Keemstar and say, dude, can you give me contact details for this person or that person? They've got beef. And this will be any time. Like, it's not like a Saturday stream at 9 a.m. It'll be, man, one person's in central New York State and the other person's in Brisbane or whatever it is, and I'm gonna say, okay, what time would be good for you guys? And then I'm gonna do the stream for them, and it's gonna be the Let It Out farm. I'm looking forward to this as a new kind of thing, right? What if we're pissed at a non-YouTube entity, Mindy? Okay, yeah, okay. I hadn't thought about that. I was kind of trying to kind of keep it in the YouTube sphere, but I guess it doesn't have to be. Like, it doesn't have to necessarily be YouTube related. I don't know. I mean, yeah, we'll talk about that. I mean, at first maybe we'll go for the YouTube creators, but it doesn't have to be. You'll be like Judge Judy, yeah, but I'll be like, guys, you're here to fight this out. Like, go for it. You go for it. You go for it. I'll just sit back, and if I ever need to step in and say, hey, you know, no kicking below the belt or whatever it is, the clarity of this is that it has to end at the end of the stream. There's no snipping the stream and putting it in different video and saying, when you said this, I did this and you did that. The point of the Let It Out farm is that it happens on the farm, and then you go back to your regular duties, your regular day, and you forget that the farm is the letting it out. Then you hold everything back to where you were. Now that was born from working in hospitality, where my Croatian friend, he's been working in this restaurant since its inception. He's still there to this day. And he used to say, he talks with the lift, he's like, oh man, I can't handle that new waitress, man. She's she's so good looking, but fuck, man, she is so hard to work with. I want to get her and just tell her, but I know that it'll cause all kinds of trouble. And then he said, well, man, wouldn't it be good if we had the place where we could take them and just let it all out? And I say, this is what's wrong. Come back. And I really want to work with you, but we have to talk about this. But if I do that here, we'll all get in trouble. So we've got to go somewhere, take them away from work, get away from it, and take them down the coast to a farm or something. And then we'll hammer it out. That's where it came from, the Let It Out farm. And it's taken 15 years and YouTube to come about to be a potential opportunity to do that. Judge Gibbs is in session, Paula. That's pretty cool. I'll keep you up to date with my findings with this copyright experiment. Okay, Mindy. Well, maybe you might want to call in and talk about what that is. Tim says, I guess we could call the non-YouTube entity, both parties could battle it out live. I guess we could call the non-YouTube entity, so both parties could battle it out live. I'm not sure what you mean. You could call them up? I'm not sure what you mean. Either way, folks, put the chat up on the screen so you guys can enjoy it as well. It's nice to have all of you chit-chatting, and I know, like, you might say, dude, you're just, like, dragging this out because your streams are getting longer, etc., etc., but this was always my plan, to have you guys completely engaged in this content, to you guys make the content. I come in with a rough topic and a rough concept, but the live concept is live. So you guys dictate it. And the longer these formats get, the more opportunity for this kind of conversation to have. Tim says, call it as in phone call. It can't be a phone call, Tim. It's got to be a face. Like I'm not having someone call up and hide behind some ambiguity and some handle. I want people that have beef with other people to feel like here's a place where I can let it out, and I don't want you hiding behind an avatar or a face or something. I want it to be the person. So no phone calls. That's not right. I don't want faces. I want people. It's got to be people. I wonder if some of the battles could be for fun, not true disagreement. I mean, there's the other thing too. Like so a lot of the disagreements I won't even know about, right? Like, I mean, pitching this as far as you could to the very top. Could you imagine if KSI and Logan Paul were like, dude, I've got a lot of problem with that fight that went down. And maybe KSI has a lot of problems with that fight. Maybe he says, I got a lot of issues with what went down in that fight. I don't want to drag that out through my channel. I don't want to drag my audience through that. Is there a place I can go and get Logan and smash this out together until we come to some kind of settlement or agreement or disagreement or whatever it is? But we need a physical place where we can do that. And I want to be that litmus. I want to be that little tube where you can slide through and come out the other side blaring. Like I let the trolls on my D Live, you know, like if you want to troll me on D Live and you got something to say, I'll let you damn well say it. No dramas. I'll let it happen. But yeah, as far as if they were not real, if the beefs was kind of made up, well, we'd have no way of knowing that. And a lot of the YouTube beefs are made up. In fact, when this thing broke out on CreatorCast, there was discussion between all members of the team. Do you want to just extend this further and make it into something? Make this the content. I was actually in favor of that. I was like, dude, if we ham this up and we make this beef bigger, because like now look, I don't want to talk about this too much, and you know I've already dealt with it, but I wasn't thinking this was a big thing. I can't believe it's gone as far as it has to where it is today. But I was thinking at the time, you know what? Our CreatorCast channel's pretty much dead. Nothing's going on. Let's manifest this beef and make it bigger for the views. We'll start getting into some really hardcore opinions here, and the chat will be either against or for, and then there will be more people coming in. And ultimately that was vetoed against, and well, you know what happened there. The beef continued, and then it all ended. So, but I'm not talking about that. I've done all that before, and you know. But if it comes up, which it does often from time to time, it came up in the stream last night on D Live. Charlotte Rose just happened to mention that she was watching all of the old Pacific Explorer vlogs I did with Danny, and she was saying how much of a shame it is because all that content was really fun and rad. And well, I don't want to talk about that because I've pushed that away from me. I've pushed that aside. I still can't believe Danny's done what he's done, but I've just walked away from it. Let them have themselves. Let them have that. If they're gonna lie directly to my audience and to you guys about that situation, I didn't see the chat or and Creaky covering it. I'm like, if you guys are gonna go that way, then go that way and continue that way. And maybe you might need to settle that yourselves. Maybe you can settle that between you and Creaky or whatever it is on the Gives a Minute Let It Out farm in a couple of years. Who knows? Get out of here, fly. There's one fly just going zing, zing, zing. Maybe I could call out Bammon for not always labeling the fish species and never talking. Mindy, I haven't watched Chris Bammon for a while. I got to get back onto Chris Bammon. And never talking. And you got to call him out when he does the... I haven't got a... oh, no, I could do it with my keys. He does the... I can't put my keys in there. He does the stir, and then he does the double tap for his coffee. I love it. Pretty funny. Folks, let's take a small... Okay. Let's take a rather large break right now. The surfing content has concluded for the spring, and we're looking towards a summer wave a day, which, by the way, will happen in February next year, not January. Normally, I take 2 months off and slide back into the surfing on the 3rd month. Well, this time around, I'm going further to the 4th month because I've already surfed the first 2 months of summer on previous waiver days. I've done December, I've done January, but I've never surfed the month of February. So that's why we're taking an extra time off between waiver days. February 2020 will be a waiver day summer edition. First wave, well, I'm not telling you where it is, but I think you know. Go north. I'm going to be the king of the north. I'm going to go north and I'm going to catch that wave on the northern end of the beach. And then, that's because I've done every season right here. I've done summer 2017 where I stuffed up my elbow and had to take a break. Then I came back and did summer again, 2018. Then I did winter, I did summer, I did fall, autumn, I did spring, I did summer, autumn, winter, spring, and now I'm doing summer again. That's why it's in a different location. No more waiver days right here on this break. We know what that does now. We've been there every season. But what I want to show you here, this is the super quick waiver day compilation video of all of my waves from the month of October. So one wave a day, 31 days, a couple of days there. There's more than one because the waves were that good. I think day 25 was easily the best surf I've had. So that gets a couple of extra bangers. So what I want to do now, I normally roll this content and I leave you guys and let you watch, but because this is a rather long format roll, I think this goes for 14 minutes. I'm going to jump in the chit chat with you text wise. Normally I would sit back and let you guys enjoy. I'm going to be in the chat conversing if you want to talk. And that way we can enjoy the waves. And if you've got a question about some of the waves or whatever, you can ask me. Normally I'm not here, right? It's normally me taking a slash, which I will do as well, but I'm going to be here for you. So let's kick back with the waves of spring 2019. Welcome back to the super quick wave a day edit. Now, as you know, a wave a day spring edition is completed. I surfed every day for a month of spring. October was the month. Right here at my local break. And I want to showcase right now a wave every day of the month of October. Some days the wave was so good I'm going to show you 2 or 3 rides. But this little compilation is no longer a super quick wave a day edit. This is a rather lengthy super quick wave a day edit. So grab a coffee, grab a beer, grab a jack, sit back for a little while. Here comes the entire month of October in a snappy-ish package. The waves of spring. The season began with a full tide, like a high tide. And unfortunately, the waves were pretty difficult, but I managed to pump on one and ride it as best as I could. Day 2 presented the same conditions as day 1, or very similar conditions, but me, I cooked it
and and ate a fly. I cooked it and fell off potentially the best wave I would have otherwise got. These flies, right? Made up for that on day 3 though. I got my best wave and I didn't even get my hair wet. Ha!
Shine like a ghost in a dream. Burn like a solar screen. Don't wanna be alone. I stand alone. Alone. Bugs on my radar screen. I burn my...
The following day the swell dropped. Not so great, but I managed to get a little bit of a floater going here.
And on the end of the world.
That didn't last long though. The swell got larger the next day and I managed to kook this wave. I didn't quite get under the face of it, but it was a nice wave. Somewhat strangely, the swell dropped again the following day, but I did manage to take this wave all the way to the beach.
Line. Can't find distance over time. Bugs on my radar screen. Sterile and clean. Bacteria free. Gravity.
Day 7 rolled around and this was my first chance to really work the left. My left does need work.
Sail into the tranquil sea. Disengage the centrifuge. I'll be there soon.
The following day the swell got large again, but unfortunately I didn't really use an angel on my takeoff. I go straight down sometimes. I need to really hammer it off to the side. I gotta think about that. I tried really hard on this wave to get close to where the barrel might be, but I failed. Day 10. Wow, day 10 will go down in my history books as the largest swell I've ever been out in. I duck dived under 3 waves that were easily the biggest mamas I've ever encountered. I also took a wipe out and donged my arm up pretty bad. The swell was still large, a little bit less than yesterday, but I managed to get this ride. Again, I kind of missed the spot where the barrel potentially might have been, but it was a fast wave. Thankfully, on day 12, the swell got a bit cleaner, stayed kind of large, but got a bit cleaner. I tried to stay on the top of this left, but I failed. work on carving waves, like really putting my edge in on the wave and getting a rail. Kind of like skateboarding when you dig your heels in, you dig your toes in, you do a big carve. The swell today was big and full on a high tide. That was a perfect opportunity to try carving this wave. Day 14 just proved to me that I need a lot of help on my lefts. My lefts suck. A lot of help. Maybe I need a bigger wave as well. That could be the thing. A larger wave, more power.
Shine like a ghost in a dream. Burn like a solar.
I've also got to get more snappy with my turns. I've got to do them faster and snappy. This was a good try though.
Alone, I stand alone. I stand alone.
Day 16 gave a small swell, unfortunately. The wave was clean, but I'd like a bigger face to really hit. This is a nice right-hander though, a bit small.
Engine in a dream. Standing on the end of the world. I'm falling from the edge of.
Well, if day 16 was small, day 17 was even smaller. Kind of sucked, there was no waves. I took a shore break just to get my wave a day and I landed right on the sand. It was pretty lousy. But thankfully, by the next day, the swell picked up again and I managed a nice little right-hander.
Can't see the horizon line.
I feel like right here on this wave, on day 19, I feel like I really worked the wave as best as I could. I trimmed it up and down. I managed to keep speed. It was a small wave, but I really worked the best I could on this wave, if I don't mind tooting my own trumpet.
Bacteria free. Gravity makes me me. Sailing to the tranquil sea.
And I know, I've got to stay high on the wave to generate speed, but unfortunately on this wave, I stayed so high, I rolled over the back of it.
Be there soon.
My biggest goal with surfing is to one day get into a barrel. And I feel like today might have been the closest I've been. Now, something that people have been telling me is, at the end of my waves, instead of just falling off into the whitewater, I should try to finish the wave. So on day 22, I practiced cutting out of waves at the end of the ride instead of just falling down. I also continued working that on day 23. On day 24, the swell picked up again, and I took a pretty nasty wipeout up front, but then I managed to get a good wave, so it was all worth it. Day 25, hands down, the greatest swell conditions of the entire season. I got so many waves. I'm gonna put a few in here because they were really fun, really great.
sterile and clean, bacteria free. Gravity makes me me.
I was so pumped up from day 25 that on day 26 I came back to the exact same break, same sandbar. Conditions were not the same though, and it kind of sucked.
Gauge the centrifuge. I'll be there soon.
So on day 27 I went back to practicing those carves I was mentioning, and I think I did sort of decent here. What is with sea mist? The mist that comes off the sea. Well, today that mist rolled in. It was a strange conditions, but I really managed to work the left. And not surprisingly, that sea mist stuck around for day 29, so I went straight back to that left bank and tried working those calves again. What? Day 30. A northeasterly, the worst wind here in Culburra Beach comes in directly off there and blows right over the land, makes everything flat and sucky, and it was terrible out there. Potentially the worst day of a Waiver Day Spring Edition, and this is the best I could get. Unfortunately, day 31, the very next day, that northeasterly was howling down. It was terrible. I managed to get one little lousy left, and this is the way the season concludes, unfortunately. What a downer! Well, there you go. A Waiver Day Spring completed. The waves of spring. I really enjoyed surfing out here for spring, and I hope you enjoyed it. Now look, while I sit down and work out what's going to happen for the summer edition, that's a clue. You guys can go back to the live stream.
Yeah. Good fun stream. Hope they've enjoyed the surfing content. Oh crap, we're live, man. Quick, we're live, dude. Shit. Welcome to the stream, Pokemon. How you going, man?
Good.
Happy birthday for yesterday.
Thank you.
And celebrations for owning his new YouTube channel. Pokemon, yeah.
Pock of the morning.
How did you go last night? You uploaded a video, yeah?
Basically saying I got the channel and I'll upload some more.
Rad. That was a nice stream. Hey, we're just beginning here, Lynx. We've still got a while to go, man. If you want to stick around, we're going to talk about Baxter, my nephew. He's just turned 13, but he had a channel which I was looking after, doing all the hard, sort of the back end stuff. And last night he turned 13, so we gave him the channel. Now, and Faffy Day says, "What's up, Baxter?"
Hey, North Run, hey, Faffy Day.
Yeah. So I think we should have a little look at Baxter's first video he's done on his own. It's just a short one, right?
Yeah, it's like 1 minute.
Do you want to walk? Oh, just a minute. Okay.
Just a minute.
Well, let's go across to your channel, which is here.
Pokemon. Subscribe.
So let's refresh. Well, I'm not signed in here.
Yeah.
I never sign myself into YouTube unless I'm needing to show something on my channel. So I'll refresh, and you should have a video.
There we are.
There you go, folks.
40 minutes ago.
I finally got the channel 40 minutes ago. Let's put this on here. Let's have a look at this.
3 views. That's what you call a superstar. 3 views and 3 likes. That's
Pock of
amazing.
the morning. It's actually currently 10 o'clock on a Friday night,
It's 15th of November 2019, and today's my 13th birthday. Wait a minute. Hey Siri, pause. Don't want to get a copyright
Good
strike.
move.
Yeah, it's actually my birthday today, 13th birthday, and some of you might know on my 13th birthday I get my channel, and the person giving me the channel is actually the person giving me this light.
Yeah, welcome to YouTube, Pokemon! And good
Yeah.
work stopping Tool from getting a copyright flag there. They would flag you as well.
Yeah. This is just a video saying I got the channel now. I should upload more. I probably will. I'm answering comments now. Got a few because I haven't been down here in a while. It's good.
I'm psyched, man. I'm psyched
Yeah.
you've got a YouTube channel, dude. You've been wanting one forever. Now he's 13. He can have his own channel. Yeah.
Yeah. I'll try and
Sick.
edit this and put it out tonight. Probably the first video I've ever got out on time. Went to England like a month ago and I still haven't started editing.
But I
hope
reckon
those-
you'll do that faster
Yeah.
now because now it's
Yeah.
like it's in your possession. You
'cause
don't
I
have to
used-
worry about me.
Yeah, I used to have to send it to him.
Yeah. That was always a
Send it
struggle.
2 days.
I think you'll be much quicker now.
Yeah, it's great.
Well, congrats, dude! Happy birthday!
Thank
and
you.
I'm psyched for you, and I'm hoping everyone like wants to see this content from this young man. I want to watch it, man. I'm subscribing.
Yeah.
Hell yeah! How are you gonna end this? It's your channel now.
Fuck off.
Fuck off.
Mum won't be happy with that one.
Yeah. See how I didn't give him any tips there. I didn't say, oh, you should end the video now or you should do this. I was like, just leave it up to you. Like I literally handed that over to you for you to do what you want with it. And you might want to change like the graphic, the artwork, whatever. That stuff I put there was pretty much just temporary, just what I thought would be silly. But you might want to change it all up. And,
Yeah.
But let me ask you, or first of all, let me give the chat your channel. So there's a little link in the chat for Baxter's channel. If you want to go across to Pockmore and give him some love, it's in the chit chat. Go and do that.
Yeah.
But what's one thing that why did you really want a YouTube channel?
Because I don't know, I just saw you filming and I kind of like, it looked really cool. And then it's kind of like making something. Like it's a lot of effort to edit, but once you get it done, it's good. And
Yeah,
it feels good. And then once you get like views and stuff, it feels like you've earned it.
that's pretty
So
cool.
it's,
Yeah.
it's pretty good.
So you'd say like the validation of getting
Yeah.
of making the
Yeah.
content and getting the views gives you some validation.
Yeah.
Hey, thank Lynx for subbing. He just subbed to you.
Oh, thanks, Lynx. That's
There you go.
another sub for me.
Nice one, brother. Appreciate all the love. We've always had. You guys have always said, we're going to help Baxter out. We're going to get him moving along, which is beautiful. Now that he has the channel, it's going to be a case of he can report in whenever he wants. Like if you put out a good video, I'll promote it here. But if you ever want to jump in on the streams, you're always welcome whenever you're down here.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think we should jump back into the actual content of today's stream. So if you want to,
Yeah.
what do you got to do?
Probably should go edit some of my videos from England
When did you get back from England?
a month ago.
He's been back for a month and he hasn't finished those vlogs. Yeah, dude. Get out and
Yeah.
get the editing done, dude.
See ya.
Say goodbye to the chat.
See ya, everybody. Bye.
Thanks, guys. All right, I'm going to come back over here to just myself. And I'll get rid of that chair. See you, man. Yeah, that's big. That's big. I'm psyched for Baxter. I've got to be honest. I'm psyched for him because I know what it was like when I got my channel, and I mean, I obviously didn't have the same kind of setup, if you like. I had to do it all myself, but I was like, wow, this YouTube thing is super unique. It's super cool. Like, there's so much potential here. Get that chair out of the frame. I'm a perfectionist. It's still in the frame. Get out of there, chair. I'm getting this chair out of there. The only way you'll see that chair is if we go to the wide shot. So folks, the topic of discussion for today. Now, YouTube copyright system totally, categorically, undisputably, irrefutably, undeniably favors, in this instance, it favors the big record labels. In many ways, though, it could favor anyone making the claim. So what happened to me? It's very, very strange. I've been using this. This band, the Daydreamers, right? This is my friend's band, the Daydreamers. Not even I'd argue this is even a band. I'd consider this just to be a bunch of dudes that kicked around, made music just for the love of it, right? And I wouldn't even call this a band, but they made a 5-track EP. and you had to. I mean, you had to be. You had to know the band to get given one of these. So I got this sent to me, and that's how I have it in my collection. 5 songs. There's other songs from this band, but not on this EP. And I've been using this as my music for all of my Wave a Days. So the whole lot of them, every time you've seen a Wave a Day, it's been a Daydreamers song. Last month for the spring edition, I used the track Sea of Tranquility, and I used an alternate ending version. So that's the band made 2 versions of this song. Now these songs, let me be clear, these songs have never been uploaded to any streaming service. They've never gone on iTunes, they've never gone on Bandcamp, they've never gone anywhere online at all. I get this message. Where's my I get this message from my stream last week. So last week we rolled a Wave a Day, a super quick Wave a Day edit, and after the stream, this got flagged. This is the track Sea of Tranquility. Now, it's been flagged by, you can see there where it says claimant, it says BMG, rights management, music, sales, publishing, Sony, ATV. So this is Sony, one of the big players in this game, claiming that this song is one of their songs. Now, you can play the match right where it says, and what are they claiming it as? They're claiming it as a band called Kingdom Come, the track The Hidden Cameras. Well, I love a bit of a camera action. I don't like, I wouldn't put it hidden. I'd bring it out into the open. But if you went ahead, and I did, if you went ahead and found that song outside of my stream, please, I'm not doing it here now, no chance. It sounds nothing like this song. So here's what happens when that comes to you as a creator, when you see that in your inbox or when you see that on the video, the next thing is for you to dispute the claim, right? If you feel solid ground. Lynx, I gotta go. See you next time, man. Thanks, Lynx. Thanks for swinging by, dude. Have a great afternoon or great evening in the US there. Thanks for swinging by the Gives a Minute YouTube stream, my friend. And thanks for the support of Pockmorn too. He's stoked. The numbers mean everything to Baxter at this point. So thank you. So what's the next step when this happens to you? Well, you dispute it, which is what I did here, and you see the dispute here. Claim to dispute, Kingdom Come, musical composition, blah, 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 blah. I just checked the boxes. Reason for dispute. The video is my original content. I own all the rights to it. This is not the song that Comca/CS is claiming it is. It's my friend's band, and not only do I have the absolute rights to use it, it has never been released to the public. YouTube, get on your game. Now, I know YouTube don't see this, and this is how the system is flawed. This claim doesn't go to YouTube. This claim goes back to Sony. Can you fathom that? Like, this should be between YouTube and me, not between YouTube and this claimant, in this case, Sony BMG. But I said this kind of false copyright claim is how the big labels are stealing from everyone under your guise. And the reason I put all that in there is because I knew I would be talking about this on a subsequent video or a subsequent live stream. I knew that I'd bring this up, and I want to address this to YouTube. I don't care to talk to Sony BMG about this. I care to talk to YouTube, because YouTube, you've set this up to enable this. You're the ones that have facilitated this kind of sketchy system. Now, why is it a sketchy system? I'll explain why right now. So I check all the check boxes. I have in good faith believe that this claim, blah, 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 blah. I own everything. I understand. And then you put your name, and then you send that off, right? But like I said, where does it go? It goes back to Sony, not to YouTube. So you see this next screen. Your dispute is in progress. The copyright dispute is currently being reviewed by the copyright owner. They even call them the copyright owner. It's not. They don't own anything. They're claiming it. You'll receive a response within 30 days. So let me be clear about what happens in this time frame. From the moment Sony BMG claims something, there's a 30-day delay where Sony take all of the revenue from that video. Now, you saw back on that first screen grab, the claim was between 33 minutes and 40 or something, and then 36 minutes, where they claimed the song Sea of Tranquility from the Daydreamers. But they get the royalties from the entire 1 hour, 17-minute live stream for the next 30 days. And it's not YouTube that stop in there and say, oh, this doesn't seem right. It's up to the claimant to make a change, to come back and say, oh, we were wrong, end the dispute. Or they've got 30 days grace to claim all that revenue. Now, you could say, dude, you're nobody. Give us a minute. You're nobody on YouTube. Your live streams are lucky to get 100 views in the first week they're up. So what are you whinging about? Well, I'm not really whinging about it in the sense that I'm upset for me. I'm upset for this system, because if you think about Sony, and I keep using the word Sony needs to send contracts to the Daydreamers. Yeah, a signing contract. And by the way, wouldn't that be a side story if a band did get, like, if I could give the Daydreamers to Sony and they picked them up because of this, now that'd be a good way to end this saga, right? If they got a contract signed. Or even if That's got a contract. Could you imagine if I started making money from That's Holy shitballs, that would be a complete revolution in my thought process. I don't make music to make money. By the way, this is not my music, but I do make music under the moniker That's It's all for a laugh. But could you imagine if I somehow got something out of it from these copyright scandals? But what I'm saying is, in this case, big label doing it, but it could be anyone. Like in the chat, Lynx, Mindy, Faffy Day, it could be anyone that says, they put a claim in and say, I own that. And for the next 30 days, I'm claiming whatever it is that you think you're earning on that video. Now, you do that once to a small channel like Gives a Minute, arguably you get nothing from it. But you do that repeatedly. Let's say you pick an arbitrary number. Let's say Sony have a bot, a system set up that does this to 50 channels every day at 9 a.m. 50 channels get hit with this every day. Now, that's 50 times 100 views, 500 views. You do that every single day of the month. Suddenly you're accumulating a hell of a lot of money from fraudulent claims against songs that you know are not yours. And the problem is that the facilitation of this is by YouTube. This second step here, where it's me sending a notice to Sony, is wrong. My notice should go to YouTube. YouTube should look at it and say, dudes, this is completely wrong. And then they should shut down this automated or this system that Sony have in place. So currently, if you're a channel, if you make content on YouTube, you put out content and you file one of these, what they call fraudulent copyright claims, if you make one of those and you get found out to have done it, you get a copyright strike on your channel. This is one of 3 strikes. You get 3 strikes, bam, you're out, completely out. My argument is that Sony would make multiple fraudulent claims like this every single day. So they would already easily have surpassed 3 in 3 in 3 months or something like that. I think they reset after 3 months. So YouTube, here's the situation. I don't want to have to chase copyright when I know that it's fraudulent. You dudes should sort that shit out. It shouldn't be on me to have to do that. And you shouldn't facilitate the big labels to be able to do this. That should never be a thing. And that's why YouTube are in bed with these big and who are the big labels? Who are Sony? Who's Sony? They're the biggest advertisers on the platform, right? You'd argue that they are advertising. They're spending a lot of coin here on YouTube to put their ads on this space. Now, YouTube turn a blind eye to these fraudulent claims because they don't want to rock any boats with advertisers. They don't care about the content creators. We know that. We're creators here. We know they don't care about us. This is a clear-cut example. They don't care about us. They only care for the big labels that are pumping in the advertising dollars. It's gotten so far extreme that this kind of thing happens when this can't be algorithmic because I'm not doing it now, but if you play that song, what is it? The Hidden Cameras, The Kingdom Come. You play that song on your own, and then you go back to A Wave a Day and play the Sea of Tranquility from the Daydreamers. Nothing like the two. It's completely obscenely different. Not even the melody's the same, right? Like, so I'm upset for this, but I realize there's nothing I can do. I want to play on this space. I want to create content here. I want to give my content a good home and a potential to reach big viewers and potential to reach a huge audience. And I know that's YouTube. Now you could say, dude, you're all over DLive as well. And why don't you put all your content there? At the point we're at with DLive, not storage for videos. In fact, they've just decreased the amount of time that a live stream remains on your channel for. For a non-partnered streamer, it's now down to 3 days. It used to last for 7. So you could watch a replay for 7 days. Now it's only 3 days. As soon as DLive start allowing storage for content, I'm going to start vlogging on DLive. Not daily vlogging. I'm going to start dual uploading content to DLive. And I'm going to test it. But at this point where we're at, YouTube, for me, branded content deals, of which I've got one tied up right now, these deals are not going to be happening outside of YouTube. So I've got to remain positive, focused, and be clear about what I'm doing here. DLE. I like those little eyes. Try Xing Galaxy. Hey, Try. Welcome to the Gives a Minute YouTube stream. Good to see you. Now, DLE, did you have you said you had a comment to make about this. Did you want to call up or did you want to just chat in the text? I'm happy to do both, but it's up to you, man. Tell me what you want to do in the chit chat. I've got DLive. If you want to go and have a look at my DLive for other content, I put a little linky poo in the chit chat for that. But DLE, if you did want to chat, so just text chat or voice chat. That's not clear, DLE. Chat means the chat here, or you mean chatting with your mouth. So what did you mean? Did you mean voice chat or did you mean text chat? So let me know, and we'll see how we go. I'm happy to do either. I want to open this up to everybody else to have a say, and if you've got something to say, you're always welcome to say it right here. So a chat here. Okay, go ahead then, DLE. Let us know your thoughts on that. If you've had a situation arise, I'm here to listen, and we'll talk about it. We'll talk with it. We'll talk with you through it. So go ahead, put your situation in the chit chat. I also should acknowledge that I haven't checked that video since this copyright claim got made. So potentially they've dropped it. But if they have, you would think I would have been notified, right? Something as big as this, right? And go back to that algorithm thing. Go back to the percentage of a stream featuring alleged copyright music. The claim of the money should be a percentage of the stream. Now they would say, we've brought this up before. We brought it up once on CreatorCast. The answer would be, well, we don't have the technology to sort of dig in and split up stream content divided by, my stream went for 1 hour and 30 and only 12 minutes of it was copyrighted, so therefore you got to make that into a percentage. Well, I'm sorry, YouTube. You do have the computer power to do that. You're freaking Google. You have the computing power to sort that out as an algorithmic formula. 100% you do. Why you don't? It's because you don't want to rock that boat. You don't want to rock the boat, do you, YouTube? The advertisers are sailing. We've done that analogy once before. We don't want to rock the boat. We just want to keep it plain sailing. We want to keep it nice and comfortable. We don't want to hurt anybody. Now, if I'm wrong here, if I've got this wrong, let me know in the chat. Usually, Tim, you have an opinion on something like this. If I've got this wrong, please let me know. Maybe I'm looking at it from the wrong perspective. Maybe I should be... this content here is not even my content. So if in effect, I've licensed this content from my friend. So maybe I shouldn't be the one going to bat here. Maybe my friend, Paul of the Daydreamers, should be going to bat. Interestingly, I reached out to Paul because I've had a lot of crew on DLive. This content goes across to DLive as well. I've had a lot of crew say to me, where can we buy this EP? And there's nowhere to buy it, which kind of sucks. Adrian Rizzi. G'day, Adrian. Welcome to the Gives a Minute YouTube stream. Good to see you, Adrian. Let me ask you a question, Adrian. Whereabouts are you consuming this content from? What part of the planet are you watching this from? I appreciate you swinging by, though. Mindy says I've got it right. Okay, thank you, Mindy. Thank you. I just was looking for a secondary opinion. I know often I get told I'm doing things wrong, so I want to know if I've got it wrong as well as if I've got it right. DLE Crystal says, the other day I was watching YouTube and I couldn't see my own channel, all the videos who I watch. So I had to restore YouTube and it's better. And it started crushing on me. I don't get it, but now it's good. Hang on, I think there's a couple of typos in there. The other day I was watching YouTube and I couldn't see my channel. So not your content, but your logged in channel. You couldn't see it. or the videos that you like to watch. So your subscription feed or the previous videos you had watched. I'll take that as being either or. So you had to restore YouTube. So you deleted the app. And where were you watching it on? You're watching it on the phone or on the desktop? What was it, phone or desktop? Either way, you deleted the app and you reinstalled it. And now it's better. Now it's better. It's better. This is started crushing on me. I don't get it, but now it's good. Interesting. Adrian Rizzo asking, next video swimming. Are you asking about a snorkel mask review? I've got content coming about that. No, I'm not going to tell you. It's coming, Adrian. I've been asked about this. I've been asked about why I'm not doing snorkel mask reviews, and I've always explained why. I work with brands for these reviews, and when brands aren't working with me, there are no reviews. There's a brand that I'm working with right now, which we're in that process. So there's one coming. It's going to be cool, and there'll be a giveaway as well, a mask giveaway. So let's just, yeah. But nice for you to ask, Adrian. 10 letters. Morning, Chief. G'day, 10 letters. Welcome back to the stream. How do you do, 10 letters? I remember you from last time. Good to see you. So DLE Crystal says on my iPad. So the iPad app. Now, let me ask you, was it the Studio app or was it the YouTube app? Because as a creator, now I wasn't sure if you meant, I know you're on DLive, but are you creating content on YouTube, DLE? Are you uploading to YouTube? So you would be on the creator, it's YouTube Creator app. Or is it YouTube? No, YouTube Studio app. Or are you talking about just the YouTube app for viewing content? Just the YouTube app. Oh, okay. Well, I mean, look, they often update the app, right? Now, on my iOS devices, I just see the little and it's an updated app. But I've never physically had to go and remove an app and reinstall it. Although, that said, I have heard DLive, so I don't see ads on DLive yet. DLE, you were saying you've got ads on DLive, right? But I don't see them on my DLive. Maybe I got to delete that app and reinstall it. That's a different topic of discussion, though. What's the Studio app, Mindy? So the Studio app is just a secondary app on the App Store for YouTube content creators, and basically it mimics what you see on the. I was wondering what this was in the vision here. This microphone was bugging me. Get out of there. Yeah, it basically mimics what you would see on the Studio beta app on the desktop, but it puts it in the mobile format, which I find pretty handy. If you go out of town and, I've uploaded a series of videos, mainly my From the Vault Friday videos, and I need to go back and did I do my end screens? Did I put that in a playlist? Did I do the right thing? And I just go in there and check, and because it sort of emulates the desktop app, it's pretty clear and pretty easy to do. 10 letters. G'day, North. What's cracking? Oh, there you go. 10 letters. Did I ask you last time, whereabouts are you consuming this content from? I can't recall your answer. If I did ask, I beg your apologies because I'm pretty forgetful, but I wanted to know whereabouts you consume this content from. Just geographically, whereabouts you're from. Paula Erdby, I see DLive ads now. You see DLive ads? Oh, I want them. I want the ads, Paula. I want to see them. It's Android only, and you see the button when you open up the lemon thing. It's actually not Android only, it's iOS as well, but I don't see them. Now, Paula, let me ask you this. Have you ever streamed on DLive? Because I think because I enrolled in the ad program on DLive, so as a content creator, there's a secondary ad program to be enlisted in, but it's opt-in. So as a creator, I had to opt into it. And I've got to be approved, and I haven't had anything back yet. Shame. I've really got to turn down my notifications. Action Chahan with the follow. Action, thanks for following. Well, thanks for subscribing to the Gives a Minute YouTube stream and scaring the crap out of me. That really frightened me. Go back and clip this. There's no clips on YouTube, is there? That scared the shit out of me. So DLE, that's the question. Did you update DLive for the ads? So I don't update any apps. I just see the little and the app is updated. Do I have to go and delete the app and reinstall it, or does it just update? I'm on the latest version because I checked on the site, and at I think it's 10.1.15 or something. 10 letters hasn't gone across to the DLive world as yet. Yeah, a lot of creators that I know on YouTube have gone over there and they're loving it. And then there's also this secondary cluster, if you like, of crew that totally and utterly don't want to know about it, and a lot of that's through ignorance. But if you want to be engaged in it, there is the time to do it is now, and arguably that time is almost up, but it's still, well, it's definitely, you've missed the golden time to jump on there, because now you earn lemon. Before you earn lino, and you could lock your lino and then you make it staked lino. Now you earn lemon, and the lemon you can only cash to cash. You can't convert lemon to lino yet. There may be a way down the track, but not at this point. So at the point that I joined, April this year, I streamed and saved all of my lino points at the time, dumped them as locked lino, and then we went, well, not mainnet yet, but the crypto was announced, Lino being a crypto, and all of my locked Lino became Lino stake. So I've now got a stake in the program, in the platform, and I earn more Lino by voting on the actual platform itself, by voting on validators. Whereas now, if you're a content creator, which I still am, you don't earn the Lino points, you only earn lemon. And previously, Lino points could convert to Lino, and then you could stake them. Now the lemon doesn't convert to Lino points. Lino points don't exist, but the lemon doesn't convert to Lino at all, which there may be a way around that in the future. But I'm just saying that the golden era is now gone, but it's still a good time, but that real golden era is over. Paula, yes, you must update to see it. Okay, Paula, well, what I'll do after this stream, I'll delete the DLive app and I'll reinstall it and I'll see how I go. 10 letters. I think you're wise having a presence over there. God knows what YouTube will turn into the coming years. No harm diversifying your platforms. I'd completely categorically agree with that. It's important to put your feelers elsewhere. And you know me, I did DTube, right? Before DTube was on Steemit. I think they still are. I did BitChute. I did what was the other one? There was what was the other app that was centralized storage for video? Vid.me. I did vid.me and I did vid.ly. And then there was where was the Amazon? And Amazon made a play at this, didn't they? They were going to have an Amazon like a YouTube competition, but that never took off. Message retracted from DLE Crystal Gaming. That's no cool. Awesome Kid, hello, Awesome Kid, welcome to the Gives a Minute YouTube stream. We're just talking a little bit about DLive, and good to see you. Click to send a lemon on someone who's live. You see a new button that turns blue after a few seconds. Okay, I'll check it out, Paula. I'll check it out. What I really love about DLive is this concept where you get looked after as a viewer and I get looked after as a streamer. I think this is incredible, right? Like you've heard me talk about this plenty of times, but I don't want to keep honing it and hammering it. But well, by the way, I've got a DLive channel, so I'm going to home it and hammer it. It's in the chit chat right now if you want to go across and have a look. I love this concept of being looked after for creating content. Unfortunately, on YouTube, it's not really like that. It's like you made the content and maybe you'll get rewarded by the love of your viewers, by watching, by, you know, I've got these financial contributions, which I always have up in my chat here, all this stuff. This may be the way that you can monetize your content. If you're going to monetize and you're going to rely on AdSense revenue from YouTube, you're probably thinking about it the wrong way. That might not be the best way to do it, but these other ways to monetize, they're certainly there. Unfortunately, it feels like YouTube kind of like almost lets you down a lot. Like they take the opportunities away from you, whereas it feels like on DLive, they're really giving opportunities. They're presenting these opportunities for you, and it's a beautiful thing. It's refreshing to have this place on the internet where we are creating content, we are creating a community, and we are being looked after. And I couldn't stream 2 days this week because I had a job on, and it killed me. I'm just saying, it killed me not to be able to go across there and stream. But there are going to be things that are going to change with that, with this new MacBook Pro announced, the 16-inch MacBook Pro. That means I'll be able to do my IRL stream. So when I've got a job on somewhere, damn, I wish I could have got that together. I wish I could have got that together earlier, because there's a job on coming up this week that I've got to travel for. It can't happen. But I want to roll out my streaming from Stevan both here on YouTube. I'm going to test it on YouTube. I don't really know how it's going to fly, but I know that IRL stuff will work really well on DLive, because I can be cruising down the highway in my Stevan and I can have tunes cranking. Whereas if I do that on YouTube, you know what happens then, right? Those tunes that are cranking, they get flagged. So I can't do that. But who doesn't drive a vehicle with the tunes cranked? Yeah, Paula. So I'll do that. Click to send a lemon on someone who is live. You see a new button that turns blue after a few seconds. Well, that's pretty rad. I gotta say, they've made this change, and I love it. And I'm looking forward to the extra changes that they bring out. Now, we've heard about the other apps. We've heard word about D-apps, other decentralized apps that are based on the Lino blockchain. What does that mean for a Lino blockchain founding member? Anyone who staked in their Lino points, so locked those points before the 25th of October, they all became Lino stake. What does that mean? It means you earn 9.9% platform of every transaction made on the platform. So every time someone donates to a streamer, every time a streamer opens their chest, every time a streamer swaps out their, well, that doesn't happen anymore, but of these transactions, anyone who's locked in their points and has a stakeholder earns a cut from that to the tune of 9.9%. Now that's rad based off DLive, but that's only one app that we've got right now. One app. It's a live streaming app. It's called DLive. It's based on the Lino blockchain, but there are going to be other apps based on the Lino blockchain. And as a Lino founding member, you still earn the percentage of whatever these apps, whatever the transaction. Now it could be a dating app. It could be I was talking about like a surf finder app, or it could be an IRL streaming app, or whatever it is. It's based on the Lino blockchain. You earn 9.9% when someone makes a donation on those apps. Unbelievable. Paula Udby, they're pretty stingy in what you get. I notice people savaging them on Twitter. They're pretty stingy. Yeah, I gotta say, when I saw the amount that you get for an ad, I thought that should be 5 lemon. You should get, instead of 1 lemon per ad and 5 maximum a day, it should be 5 lemons per ad and 5 ads a day max. I think that would be more appropriate in terms of an amount. Dealey says, that's why I enjoy DLive so much. Yeah, and you know what makes it so rad is that everybody has that opportunity. Not just these top players. Like on YouTube, you would see Philly D and you would see Logan Paul and Jake Paul and all that crew. They post a video and they instantly get millions and millions of views. So they're the crew that are being looked after, if you like. They're the ones that YouTube are like, oh, we'll look after you guys. Come in here, and here's a dedicated YouTube brand manager for your channel because we earn off you, so we want you to feel good. Well, here on across there on DLive, everybody's like that. Everybody's the same. It's so sick. We're so lucky to be there at this early game, right? Right on the early phases of this game. It's so rad. And Paula agrees. Yeah, it should be 5 lemon per ad. And look, I mean, this is in beta right now, so it may roll. They may change this to 5 lemon. We don't know. They might not. They might even kill it entirely. There may be no more ads. But where we're at right now, I think 5 lemon's a little bit stingy. And I also said this to the stream too. I thought that the Halloween special, the five diamonds was the prize. I thought that was a bit stingy too. I thought that should have been a Ninjaghini, or heaven forbid, a Ninjet. Now I've never seen a Ninjet. I've never seen anyone. Actually, I think PewDiePie dumped out a few Ninjets when he did his big stream, but I've never received a Ninjet. I've got a notification for it, but I've never heard it. But I'm thinking, I would have thought the prize for the Halloween stream should have been a Ninjaghini for the streamer and a Ninjaghini for the person who made the clip. But Paula says they may be more concerned by inflation issues instead of being greedy. I don't know. Well, as it stands, the lemons that you earn from watching ads aren't transferable to Lino, which is kind of that's a big thing that's one thing I'm not really happy with. I would like the donations that I earn to be able to be transferred to Lino, and then I would like to be able to stake that Lino in. At this point, all I can do with my donations, which is pretty rad, is cash them out to real cash. Now, in fact, I might even do that because maybe I'll upgrade my storage on my MacBook Pro by using my DLive donations. Maybe I'll do that. I don't know. But it used to be the case of if you wanted to back the system, anything that you'd been earned through donations and from streaming, you could put that in as Lino points and you could lock them, which I thought was rad. They swapped that out after the 25th, and by the end of the year, we'll be mainnet. We'll be on the exchanges, right? I think it's going to be listed on Binance. That's from all the talk that I've heard. Binance is the place where it's going to be listed. That means it's tradable. That means your crypto, your Lino, the cryptocurrency Lino, is globally tradable. Now, if it bumps out to 3 times the value, 4 times the value, crikey. I didn't know this, Paula. Yeah, that was back in the day. Folks, I can hear my outro music rolling. Thanks for a lovely stream. Congrats to Pockmorn. I'll see you guys all on the channel the same time next week for more live stream content.
Oh, that's we're out of time.